We like to start by talking about limitation, your favorite subject, the thing you focus on most in your lives, the thing that you think is preventing you from having, being, and doing anything you want, the thing you think is outside of you, but you know by now it's all inside you. There is no other limitation than that which is self imposed. All limitation is based in a belief structure that is not accurate, is not true, does not align with reality. What you are seeing is just a perception of reality based in a belief structure that can be altered, is altered, altering all the time, but can be altered by intention. And this is the work that you're doing now. This is why you are here. This idea that how you see reality is unique to you, based in many, many, many things. Each thing, how you perceive each thing, is unique. Of course, it has to be unique because there is nothing the same in this universe. Everything is unique. There's a lot going on here, of course. And to understand limitation in its basic form is a byproduct of this illusion of separation, causing you to fear things outside of you, causing you to believe in cause and effect, causing you to adjust your behavior based on what you think other people think about you, your identity. Well, we say that one of the things that is limiting you, most of all, is your routine, is the same things you do day after day after day after day. Wake up in the morning. That routine, from the time you open your eyes until the time you go to bed, is in service of limitation. It is reinforcing all that belief system. Well, there is a way to break out of that routine, and we would suggest that one way to break out of that routine is to listen to your inspiration, because your inspiration will always lead you in a different path, always lead you to turn left instead of turning right, to take another route, to eat something different, to wake up at a different time, to go to bed at a different time, to reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while. There are so much inspiration coming to you. There is so much inspiration coming to you that if you would lean into that inspiration and take action, whatever action you can in the moment, that action, which is inspired, will lead to everything you truly want. But everything you truly want from this perspective cannot be imagined. Therefore, acting on inspiration, by definition, leads to the unimaginable, that which you cannot imagine you truly want from where you are now. We have to say that your desires, the desires that you've created all throughout your life, are based in this limitation. Doesn't that make sense to you? If you are living a life fully believing in limitation, then all of your desires are birthed from that limitation. You want what you want because you lack that thing that you want, and you think the having of that thing you want would make you feel better. Of course, that thing you want would never be wanted without the limiting beliefs underlying that desire. And these desires for things you think you lack in your life are hindering the inspiration. Because if you do receive inspiration and you don't see a path that will lead to the things you think you want, you'll discount that inspiration. You will not take action. Well, the action isn't to get you what you believe you lack, because you do not inherently lack it. It's to move you into experiences. Experiences have information. In these experiences, you grow, you learn, you shift your perspective, you gain clarity. All the things you truly want are found within these experiences that you are not having because you do not see how they will lead to what you want. You think that your routine is responsible for the life you are living now, but it's just a management of limitation. If you are limitless beings, and you certainly are, you very much want to know your limitations. But if you're doing the same thing over and over and over, and desperately hanging on to these desires, then you are not really able to have new experiences. If you're not able to have new experiences, you're not really getting new information. And you may read books and listen to podcasts and watch videos, but words do not teach. It's the experience that teaches. Inspired action as opposed to forced compliance, you might say. The inspired action has the new information in the new experiences. But you're always going to have a bit of a issue with that little voice in your head that says, that's a waste of time. That'll never lead to what I want. That's not going to get me anywhere. I may fail. It may not work out. It won't be fun. It won't be enjoyable. I shouldn't do that. That voice is not you. That voice is simply a voice there based in the survival instinct, trying to help you avoid pain. It knows not the difference between physical pain and emotional pain. But you can certainly see if you're inspired to call a friend or go to this place or that place or start this thing or join this thing. This is in service of greater connection. This is action that is inspired. This is leading to new experiences. This is what you want to explore. The fact is that if you were doing the same things day in, day out, you are holding on to or sticking with a mental construct that cannot give you a new reality, cannot show you anything new, cannot bring you even the things you think you want. The things you want will always come because there's a vibration of that within you, but it's not the vibration that you think. The holding on to these desires of anything you believe you lack is a vibration holding on to the lack, not the opposite of the lack. The experiences, though, will shift your perspective. And in the shifting of your perspective, the vibration of those things that you think you want based in lack will soften as a result. And so the easiest way to become truly aware of the inspiration that's flowing to you is to do something new. Take some action and realize, oh, I'm only taking the action because I was inspired to take that action. The action leads to everything you want. Without action, nothing really is going to change in your perception of reality. It's going to be locked in. Why? Because reality has to conform to your beliefs. If you don't change those beliefs, how can reality change? It must look the same to you. And of course, gradually over time, you inadvertently do shift your perspective from here and here. Of course, meditating certainly helps, and taking courses certainly helps and leads to a new momentum of this kind of change. But we wanted to really allow you to sit here and look at the routine that you live in, look at the desires that you're holding on to, and look at that routine that gets you nowhere new. And with that, we'd like to talk to you about anything you'd like to talk about.